Contracts were awarded to 13 contractors to construct 100 moderate-income houses in Hampshire last Saturday. More details in this report. The Ministry of Housing and Water, through the Central Housing and Planning Authority, signed contracts with 13 contractors on Saturday, November 6, 2021, for the commencement of the construction of 100 houses in the Williamburgs in Hampshire area. This initiative was executed at the Central Curtin Chamber of Commerce building in Rose Hall Town. The engineer attached to the Central Housing and Planning Authority, CHNPA, Mr. Deron McKinnon, made these brief remarks prior to the signing of the contracts.
We've had instances before where contractors get buildings to build and then they actually started working and then realize, you can't handle this thing. So I'm telling you guys from up front, watch your timelines. Right? We have a certain time that we need to deliver these buildings. You need a certain time to deliver it to us. As CEO said, the President, give us this mandate to do this. So we can't sit down in it for 5, 6, 7 months. We need to do it, move on to the next stage and keep pushing on to better things.
Additionally, he reminded the contractors of the following.
We need you guys to pay attention to your health and safety. Right, we move in a different direction now. We need everybody to be safe on the site. We don't want anything to happen on the site. It's going to be a large site. There's going to be multiple contractors working. Right, it's 13 of you. So at some point in time, we're going to come into clash with each other. We want to try to make it as safe as possible, a safe working space. Everybody, the safety vests, the safety gears. All of these things are what we're paid for. And we expect you guys to do it over. Okay. Our contractor is going to be favored more than any contractor. We expect everybody to work to the same quality, to the same finish. We're not going to accept A from one contractor and D from the next contractor. Because at the end of the day, when the beneficiaries are moving, they just want A. We can't get them from A to D. So we got to stick to our standards and work with them.
Mr. McKinnon finally encouraged the contractors to complete the project within the stipulated timeline.
People say, project starting now, come down to Christmas and all of that. We at the ministry, we're not studying Christmas, we're paying to do something, so you need to get the staff working within that time. Right? Any time lost within this period, it doesn't have anything to do with us. It's undoing. Right? These projects do have a stipulated time to be finished. If you can't finish a project within a certain time, there are certain penalties to that. Right? So I need you guys to keep that at the top of your head. If it's general instance where we know that there's nothing to be done, rain, whatever the case might be, we are lenient enough to work along with you. We're trying to work along with you to make sure that we have a good relationship and we can push off this project and move on to other projects. It's not a fight-on situation. It's working together to get the job done.
The Chief Executive Officer of the CHNPA, Mr. Sherwin Greaves, left these sentiments with the contractors.
Feel free that any issues or anything, speak to the clerk who works, contact Mr. McKinnon, contact Christine or her staff, so we can all be on the same page and we don't run into any hiccups, because as McKinnon said, we want this to work smoothly so that we can go on to much more in this region. This is just the start of a whole host of things that will be happening in Region 6. So we want, and even some of you guys will come with us to Region 5 also when we start in Region 5 very shortly.
The 13 contractors are Cardinal Enterprise, SAH Construction and Supplies, AA Construction, Singh & Son Construction, Vikram's Contracting Service, JS Engineering Service and Supplies, N. Ramnarayan Construction, Rashid Construction, Sawa Investment Inc., Ramsaran & Sons Construction Supplies, AAA Construction Service and Supplies, ECS Construction and General Supplies, and Feroz Construction Service. The Minister of Housing and Planning, Mr. Colin Crowell, related these details during a site visit.
These houses are called, category call it more moderate. You have to take into consideration the locality and the region. And so while you'll have, like for example, you see what we're doing at Providence, where those type of houses are catered for are more in the young professional and they carry a higher price. And obviously the type of house in terms of elevated or flat, but it's different. You also have to take in consideration the local demand and the ability of persons to be able to pay. So in our assessment, that is why we have more of the moderate houses that are going to be built here. $5.5 million. It's a little hassle, so it's easier for persons once they can pre-qualify, the ability to pay for those houses. So we'll be pushing that program much more across the regions, and so you'll find a different type of houses. So there are a lot of opportunities therefore for contractors, and once contractors perform to their ability, then I always say the reward will be much more work.
The engineer, Mr. McKinnon, explained the modifications made to the housing style.
Where we had columns and so on, beams going, we're using a tie block method here. So it's going to be less. It's going to be less material usage for these areas. Also, we did some changes in terms of the other building. We had the veranda extended, but in this case now we're not using that extended veranda. We actually put it back into the building to make the building a little bit more confined to stuff. The roofing method and stuff that we're using is slightly different. We have an internal ceiling. All of that was done to actually bring down the cost of the units in this area so that people could afford the unit as it is.
But it's the same two bedroom.
But it's the same two bedroom, same size and everything. It's just some minor changes to make sure that the cost suits the area that we work in.
This project is estimated to cost a total of $750 million and seeks to create employment for in excess of 500 Barbadians, with the construction of the houses, which is set to commence shortly. Narima Ali, Channel 8 News.